Welcome back. We're on the rule and we're still on the Howell versus the Hamilton meets. So in this case, okay, the rule in the discussion here is the measure of damages for the past medical expenses, okay? And they're talking about, so it was limited to the amount actually paid, okay? So, or incurred for medical services. So we're talking about obviously health insurance or even reductions, right? So they're saying here, not the full amount billed by the healthcare providers if those providers accepted a lower amount as full payment. So again, there's an amount of money that the medical providers will get from that, their subrogation amount. But then maybe there's another reduction there, right? So they're saying that if those providers accepted a lower payment than the billed amount, right, that should be considered the actual paid amount in terms of measuring damages, right? This is what this is saying. Okay, so California law, basically, this would mean that an injured plaintiff in a tort action cannot recover more than the amount of the medical expenses he or she paid or incurred, even if the reasonable value of those services might be greater than the sum. So that leaves me with this leaves a major question in this case, right? It's not being talked about in this case, but it's definitely a concern, which is, could this be applied for a reduction that was not based on compensation received by the plaintiff from an independent source? So could they then suggest that reasonable and customary is a reduction that should be applied, right? Because now they're saying limited to the amount actually paid or incurred. Okay, so that's a big deal, right? So this is what this case is opening the umbrella for. So for instance, let's say a TENS unit, okay? This is a good one. So a TENS unit may be, they may bill for $425, but let's say they can find that a reasonable and customary will be $35, and that's potentially the amount they could reduce the bill to. Could the insurance company then say, based on this case, this is what we're going to offer you? I think that's possible.